What do you talk to the team about in this stretch? Like when you have a team meeting or whatever, to I assume try to keep them up, their emotions.
Yeah, well, number one, you have to tell them the truth, right? That you have to tell them the reality of where we are, on why we are here, what is happening. I think they pretty much agree with that. Um, some of the conversations we have had are very good. They open up to, they talk, they they are aware of the situation and they're aware of what is happening. It's just a matter of how we get out of this situation, right? It's always the how you get out of this situation. I think I have lived these things in football so many times as a footballer, as an assistant, now as a coach, and it's always the how. What is the best way? What I would say is there is no one only answer to that. There can be multiple factors, but certainly we're trying to hit all the right buttons to get out of this situation, trying to turn this around, and trying to just be again kind of Atlanta United, right? Who we are. I think we have good memories of a couple games ago, winning at the bench and all this, and I think it's a matter of one or two good results, and we can easily get back to that vibe, that feeling, that where we were feeling very good about how we were playing. So that's the path I think we have to do. I give them two or three goals for these couple days and for Cincinnati, things to just to focus on, trying to narrow the focus for them to have two or three things very simple to do, very simple tasks, and from there we can build something. So I think it's been positive.
Is that the most important factor? Just the simplifying and doing a couple of things really well?
I think it's the starting point. I think simplifying, refocus, hit the right things that we need, the main things that we need to get back to. Without the specifics, I just simplify for them, and I think they agree. They feel committed also. So I think that's a good combination, and hopefully we can show in the next game.
When we talk about simplify, does that mean that in previous instances it's been too complicated? There have been too many tasks to cover in each game?
Not just that. It's just at times we overcomplicate things or situations, right? So we're in a situation where just connecting your pass is the best solution, and we try to dribble, or we have already the path to shoot, and we have another touch, or we have the path to cross, and then we try to get back again, or just overcomplicate at times certain things, even defensively complicate things for us. Like it's so simple at times just to be solid and to be in a solid block. I think the first couple games, or the first few games, I think we were one of the best defenses in the league in terms of chances per shot and all these expected goals per shot and goals conceded. So get back to that simplicity of the game of defending well, connect your passes, and make the ball to do the work for you. And it's not just really the tactics; it's more the situations we go through, and we overcomplicate at times. But it's part of a little bit of we didn't get the result in certain games that probably we should have get the results, and then we try to do more. We try to do more because they want to win, they want to do well, they want to succeed. So they are feeling like, oh yeah, I have to do a little bit more. I have to do a little more, and then doing more is actually less. So I'm trying to simplify for them in that regard, but also the message and the focus. I think we have to, start to do some of those simple things.
Was bringing Dax in the second half an effort to simplify things because of the style in which he plays?
Yeah, that's one, but there was a bit tactical decision also because of how many numbers they had around Benteke, and the second balls were all for those guys. So trying to add another piece of midfielder there, I think tried to help. I think it paid off. The first play in the second half, we pressed really well through the middle. We created the transition moment and the goal. I think some of those were better. Also, Dax is one that is very vocal. He's a leader there, so he controlled some things there. But it's not one person deal. It's not one person is going to simplify things for us. It's all of us. We have to work together to simplify things and just to play as a team, a cohesive team that we know we can do. We just need to prove it in the next game.
Gonzalo, you mentioned simplifying. Does that mean changing anything? And I know you want this team to play a certain way every single time, but are you at a point where you feel like you need to make changes, whether it's personnel or the way that the team plays in the first 45 minutes or anything like that? Is change part of the new approach after this last loss?
Not really change. I wouldn't say the important things we will not change, like the style of the team and all that. Is maybe personnel wise. I mean, we're down a few pieces in the back, a couple pieces in the attack. So we just need to find the best lineup for this game specifically, and then yes, certain situations maybe we are just better now just because of the moment the team is mentally and in the season. Maybe we simplify a few, yes, but not major things. It's not like now we're gonna just park the bus and play counters, nothing like that.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask just about that because it's 9 matches in 30 days and you are down a few players. If you might adopt a less proactive style of soccer, just to let the guys rest a little bit more within the games. A bus parking-ish type of approach.
Well, I don't believe in that style. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in parking the bus and try to counter. I think that gives you the less probabilities to win. That's my perception. Anyone can have an opinion on that, but I think the teams that I admire and the ones I grew up and the ones I played with are the teams that are proactive at attacking and proactive at giving the fans some good football, some good actions in attack. At the end, there are many ways to win games, but that's what I believe in football. Now, with that saying, against certain situations, in certain moments of the game, how we can be solid, how we can just simplify certain things in pressing and that, and just be solid, compact, hard to break. Yes, certain moments, yes, but it's not like we're gonna go to a difficult field like Cincinnati, and we're gonna park a 5-4-1, hard to beat, and just counter or using a target guy on top to get second balls, and from there, let's see if we can win some of those and create chances. No, that won't be the main tactic. We are a possession team. We have players that can play very good in possession. We have proven that many times. So it's a matter of get back to who we are. We are Atlanta United. We have to play good football. We have to be good in possession. We have to create many chances. We have to try to be the proactive team that when you look at the games, we are the team that is showing that wants to win the most. And I think the last game we didn't show that. But the previous ones, I think we showed against Chicago, we were the team that we wanted to win the most. Against Minnesota, we showed that we were the team that wanted to win it the most. Cincinnati, Philadelphia, we showed that we wanted to win those games. It's just one game where we were a bit off from that. But then the style, I think, is going to remain. It's just little details that we have to improve.
Gonzalo, you were part of a Seattle organization that almost kind of became known for, despite no matter what happened in the first half of the season, the second half was kind of a different story, and some of the best teams at the end of the year were some of the ones who struggled the most. So I think it's oversimplistic to say what did you learn from the situation, but more like what did you observe from Brian Schmetzer during some of those seasons and the way that he was able to kind of manage the team through some of those moments?
Well, number one, people tend to think that Seattle always tried that strategy, or not being good in the first half and then second half we come stronger. It was never a tactic or a part of the plan at all. We always tried to start strong, and we always tried that. In there, I remember Brian is so competitive. We are so competitive, and we always try to win every game. So number one thing is if we want one thing with Atlanta is to be consistent. And throughout the whole year, we're dominant. We are like that now. Certain things don't come off as you desired, as planned, certain injuries, situations, lack of cohesion in certain moments, okay, it happens. But what I learned on how to get back is, again, never stop believing in the players, never stop believing in the team. I think I have a huge belief in the players. I think they are committed to the cause, they are committed to the team, they want to do well, no question about it. It's just how I can refocus and direct them in the right direction to get back to where we were. So that is the challenge. And again, what I learned a bit from Brian is simplifying the message. It's just put the players in the best positions to succeed, give them tools, give them message, and at times less is more in these situations with them. So I'm trying to hit, again, all the right things, all the right words, all the right approaches to them, whether it's individual, collectively, in groups, some of my assistants too. So we're trying to do everything we can. And I can tell you this, that the players want to do well, the coaches, we want to do well, we want to win games, and hopefully we can do it in the next game.
Do you feel that you're defending the project right now? year 3, no wins since March. The national media, including my outlet, talking about Gonzalo Pineda, how is he in trouble? Are you defending this project? Do you feel like you have to do that, or are you in a situation where you're just working yourself out of it?
No, I'm defending Atlanta United, not my project. No me, no nothing. I'm trying to do the best for Atlanta United. That's what I'm trying to do. And till the last day I'm here, I'm gonna try that. Working really hard, trying to find ways to be better than the opponents, and supporting my players in the best way I can. So, again, I'm trying to defend Atlanta United. We all will pass. All the people you see today in the building, at some point we will leave. But the fans and the badge will stay forever. So that's the most important thing. It's not me, it's not a project, it's not anything, it's Atlanta United. So that's what we're trying to do. We have to do it.
And how do you define, no one knows your players better than you do, right? So I think the perception of this team is that it attacks very well. The numbers tell the story, one of the best attacking teams in the league. But how would you describe the personality of this team, like right now? Is it just, it's sort of a tough one because I have my own opinion, but what is your opinion of what the mentality and the personality of this team is?
Maybe you have to share yours first because you put me in the spot here. I think I have so many positive thoughts about the team, how I would describe it. I have the belief that this team can be one of the best in the league. We have proven that we can disrupt almost any opponent in the league. We have scored, I think, the most goals in the last 45 games or something like that. And that is something. That is something because that means we are looking always proactively to attack, to be good. The thing in football is that the balance is important. We need to have to find a way to be a little bit more balanced. And again, for 7-8 games, we proved that we can be there. We're still attacking very well, but also the defending side was improving big time. Again, certain injuries. I think not just the quality of the players over others. It's not that. It's the cohesion of that back line, the cohesion of the attack, the cohesion. When you lose a little bit of that cohesion, then you start to know center back fullback relationship, and suddenly change the personnel. And at times, it's certain situations you don't solve the same. You don't cover the same the back. You don't cover the same the space. You don't go for him when he jumps to press. So certain situations like that, you just lose a little bit. And at times it's normal that you lose some of that. So again, with time, you can overcome that. But that's the moment where we are. We're a little bit not super cohesive, and we need to get back to be cohesive. That's it.
What have your thoughts been on the team's counter press in particular? The last few games, it seems the numbers suggest that the intensity is there, but the effectiveness hasn't been there.
Yeah, part of it. Again, part of the counter, because of the way we play, part of the counter movements come from counter pressures, come from our attackers, and we're losing 2 number 9s for multiple weeks. We were losing our left wing for multiple weeks. So then it's difficult to adjust when you don't have a couple pieces there and to say, okay, we were better with these players, now we are not, it's difficult. I think in general, we have to do better in that area. That saying, I think we were, till a couple days ago, we're one of the best teams in terms of pressing high and having shots on goal from that high pressure. I think that was good, but we were not doing good enough or as many times as we should have, maybe. So we need to improve on that, but that to me will come in time. Now the priority for me is get back to play good, to be confident on the ball, to have good possession. And after you are enjoying that game, after you are enjoying the ball, after you are having some good sequences, passes, and then creating chances from there, then the immediate reaction is coming because the team has that immediate reaction to press, and hopefully with that positive mindset, maybe you can win some more balls in that. But I think that's not the priority at the moment. The priority is get back to a confident level of possession and then confident level of defending as a unit. I think once we are there, I think we can start to talk about other things.
What are your thoughts on the production from the left wingers? Seems like it's been a rough spot this season.
Well, part of it is what I just mentioned, right? We lost, starting The preseason, we didn't have Edwin the whole preseason. He was injured in the national team, so we couldn't have him. So then Tyler had also an injury, and then Shande got an injury. So then it's been a place where I've been trying different things. And yeah, we haven't been stable in there. So it's hard to judge or say, yeah, the left side hasn't produced, because when players were there, they were probably not fit enough or in rhythm enough to really say, okay, they're doing good or bad. It's just they're trying to gain rhythm and that. So it's been difficult. It's a position where we've been not very consistent because of those injuries, and we're trying to find our way through that. Yes, I think the left side hasn't produced as much as probably the right side or the right-sided players, but it's a matter of availability at times. You know, who we have and in what form is that player. It's not the same having the opportunity to start when you've been there already 4 or 5 weeks training and you've been coming in the last few games, as the first time you are back in the week and you are limited 45, 60 minutes and then you have to start. Like, it's very different. The rhythm and the cohesion is not there at times. So I think we've been lacking a little bit of that.
How have you? I mean, all eyes remain on Thiago as well. Like, how is he doing? What's going to happen with him? And clearly, a very important player for you. What do you expect from him during this difficult moment? How do you expect some of your better players to perform, specifically Thiago?
Yeah, get better. I think he knows, we know that he hasn't been at his best. He knows that, I'm sure he knows. But I have full belief in the kid. I have full belief in he's a great player, and that, again, simplifying is part of that. I think at times, again, he's a guy that really, really loves to win. So competitive, even in the small-sided games, always complaining at me as a referee, at this and that, and because he loves winning. He loves compete and he loves to win. So then when he sees that the team is not winning, he's trying to put all that weight in himself and he's trying to do too much, and do a little bit too much, because he wants to win, because he wants to do well, because he wants to succeed. Because the other side is, we never see Thiago hiding. Even when he's struggling on the ball, he never hides. He always looks for the ball. He always wants more the ball. And he's one of those players that, even having not the best, his best game, he can give you an assist or a goal at any moment, because he has that magic. So again, he's one of those that I think if he starts to do well, if he starts to gain confidence, he can do very well. We know that. So it's just a matter of helping him to get back to his form, and we know he can produce. As many others, he's not the only one. I don't want to put everything on Thiago. He's just one of many that need to get back to a good form of confidence, of playing good, and then I think we're going to be fine. Good?
Thank you.
Okay.
I think that's
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.